10 rude things the Japanese do. 1. Ignore stroller struggling moms. Japanese society values minding your own business. They believe in not interfering in others' affairs. Even if someone is visibly struggling, like a mom with a stroller, other people will likely ignore the situation. They assume the person can handle it themselves. Offering unsolicited help is uncommon. 2. Slurp noodles or soup. Slurping is considered polite in Japanese culture. It's a sign you are enjoying the food. The louder the slurp, the better. It shows appreciation to the chef. In fact, not slurping can be seen as rude. 3. Leave elders to pick themselves up. In Japan, there is a culture of non-interference. If an old person falls down in public, bystanders won't rush to help. Dignity and independence are valued at all ages. Losing face by accepting help is seen as humiliating. Unless the elderly person directly requests aid, only then will others step in to assist them. 4. Stare at foreigners. To a foreigner, prolonged staring can feel uncomfortable, but in Japan, it's just an open display of interest. Japanese people may openly stare at foreigners. They are simply curious about different appearances. Children especially may stare without restraint. Their parents usually don't stop them. 5. Shove and push on trains. Crowded trains are reality in Japan's cities. During rush hours, they become extremely packed. There's barely any space to move or breathe. In these situations, shoving is almost unavoidable. People push their way onto the train cars. They use force to make room for themselves. Once inside, they squeeze together tightly. Pressing up against each other is normal. 6. Don't say hi to neighbors. In Japan, neighbors generally don't greet each other. There are no friendly hellos or small talk when passing by. This lack of acknowledgement seems rude to foreigners, but it's not meant to be unfriendly or cold. It's about respecting each other's privacy. Greeting implies an expectation of interaction. Japanese prefer to mind their own business and let others mind theirs. It's a way to politely ignore each other. 7. Blow their noses in public. The Japanese do it openly, even in public spaces. They view loud nose blowing as simple hygiene. There's no stigma or embarrassment around it. Clearing one's nasal passages is considered basic. Like coughing or sneezing, it's a bodily function. 8. Don't apologize for bumping into others. An apology states the obvious. You bumped someone. It is already clear to both parties involved, so they save face by acting unfazed. Crowded streets and tight spaces are common in Japan. Accidentally bumping into others is inevitable. 9. Avoid eye contact. Eye contact is often avoided in Japanese culture. It's seen as too aggressive or confrontational. During conversations, people tend to look slightly away. 10. Treat staff as inferior. Japanese service staff are extremely polite to customers. It's ingrained in their culture to provide impeccable service. However, this courtesy is sometimes one-sided. Some customers can treat staff in a rude, entitled manner. They feel they have paid, so standards don't apply.